This episode of TechCrunch Minute is brought to you by Affinity, the relationship intelligence platform for deal makers. The Internet Archive's online lending library recently suffered a big defeat in court. Now, the Internet Archive is best known for operating the Wayback Machine, which stores old versions of web pages, a task that's felt increasingly important as more of the internet disappears. The archive also operated a digital lending library called the Open Library, where it bought physical copies of books, scanned them, then lent them out. It was supposed to operate like print books in a library, with only one digital copy lent out for each physical copy that the organization purchased. During the pandemic, however, those lending limits were removed, so the library could, in theory, lend copies for free to every single person who wanted to read a book. Publishers subsequently sued the Internet Archive, and they won last year. Then the archive appealed the decision, with an appeals court recently siding once again with the publishers. The Internet Archive says it's reviewing the court opinion, and it could still appeal the decision to the Supreme Court. The president of the American Association of Publishers, meanwhile, tried to portray the Internet Archive as doing, quote, what no one had done before, which was to call unauthorized distribution of entire books lending without permission. Put another way, there is a legal way for libraries to purchase electronic copies of books and lend them out, but that's not the approach the Internet Archive took. The Publishers Association also compared the lending library to AI companies that are trying to scrape all kinds of content, including books, to train their models, and not always compensating publishers in the process. It does seem like there are similar issues at stake there, but I also suspect that massively funded for-profit AI companies also make for a better villain than the nonprofit Internet Archive. A number of writers have also talked about the value that the Open Library had. For example, the journalist and science fiction writer Annalee Newitz said it was really helpful in writing their new book about psyops, and they described the ruling as, quote, a blow for the public sphere. TechDirt's Mike Masnick argued that one of the reasons the Open Library was necessary was the fact that publishers have made it prohibitively expensive for libraries to purchase ebook licenses, and that those licenses also come with what he calls ridiculous restrictions. So the current system for lending ebooks might be legal, but it might also be the reason libraries can only afford a limited selection of titles, and why it can sometimes feel like the most popular books are always checked out. We'll see you tomorrow.